Okay, so for the 8th round of the season, we are going to be at Padira, a street circuit around Spain. Of course, not Formula 1 and IndyCar never went to Spain, and I did the endurance race series in 1952. But we are going to be here for our first street race of the season. I was hoping we were going to do the Circuit de Catalunya, but due to the AI not being great with the track, that plan's been abandoned, and now we're going to go off to Pertina instead. Hopefully, we'll still have some epic racing for this weekend. So here we are for the race around Spain. Now, who is going to get the gold medal in this race? As we see, just in the distance, someone's already going out to set a benchmark. The question is, here we go, who is it? Is it Rui Fisher? It is, but it looks like we may have a problem with one of the cameras, so we'll have to do it kind of like this, because the camera doesn't follow the cars, as we hope. So here goes Rui Fisher saying to go out to set the benchmark around Spain. And we'll go on board with Swiss driver. Hopefully the camera issue won't ruin the fun a bit too much. Just means we won't be able to see what's going on around the drivers unless we did this camera view and do it manually. But we won't need to do that for the time being as we keep watch of the Swissman and just see how well he does going through the S-bend here. So of course we've got the tight twisty corners coming up for the last sector, and of course this is just before he sets a flying lap and sets the benchmark for everyone to try and beat. It'll be probably an exciting 12 minutes. Hopefully we will see some good action. Well, hopefully not too many crashes. Oh, by the way, coming into this race we've had 3 driver changes. France has dropped Jean Barrett because they were concerned that he's been penalised for the second time this season. So for this race they brought in F2 driver Maurice Trintignant, and Team USA have brought in Sam Hanks as they were concerned of Troy Ruttman being consistently slower than Chuck Stevenson. But of course, just for this one race, Sam Hanks will be in despite the fact Jim McGrath has more points than him in the championship. But a more permanent move is Roger Lawrence has replaced Paul Freire due to Paul Freire being consistently outpaced by Johnny Claes, as they think Roger Lawrence will be a more competitive driver for Johnny Claes. And coming across the line, the time to beat is 1 minute and 28.3, a very respectable time from the Swiss driver, but will that be enough to keep him in the top 3 to score some bonus points? I mean, Rui Fisher has managed to get bonus points just once this season, that was in Italy. Johnny Claes has gone faster than 127.8, Mike Hawthorne third, 129.2. So Johnny Claes has got ahead of the Belgian at the moment. Giuseppe Farina third. He's getting stuck behind Maurice Trintignant and Alberto Crespo, so I can see why Farina is slower than Claes and Fisher at the moment, because he's being held up by other drivers. And there's Roger Lawrence saying his first qualifying time in Formula 1, and he is currently 6 seconds off the pace. Ascari is 6th. Now Sam Hanks, however, currently 2nd place. Chico Landi is now in pole position, and that's short-lived because Robert Mansell's now going to pole, 126.0. He does have clear traffic, which probably explains why he's ahead of Landy. And Rui Fisher has improved his time, 127.7, so he's up into 3rd, so he gets ahead of Johnny Claes. It doesn't look like he's going to improve his time, but he's still a bit way behind. He's going to go up into 10th, while Ken Wharton goes into 9th. But you still expect better from these drivers, as we've got less than 6 minutes left to go in the session, so we're halfway into the session. Mansell's in the lead, Steve's in 2nd, Chico Landy 3rd, there's Johnny Claes 4th, And Ray Fisher once again improving his time, going into 3rd place. So Ray Fisher seems always dropping down the order for a bit, and always coming back strong. Now Sam Hanks making his way to 2nd position ahead of his teammate. Sam Hanks could get some bonus points in his debut, that would be amazing. And now we've got trouble for Alberto Ascari. He's into the wall. Let's get a replay of Ascari and find out what happened to the championship leader. So, Alberto Ascari against the inside of Roger Lawrence. And that's Jan Flinsman just ahead of them. Came at the wrong angle, made contact with Roger Lawrence. Hopefully Lawrence didn't react. That ended up pushing the championship leader off. Now that's Jan Flinsman. Oh, he tried to make the move on Jan Flinsman and he spun himself out. Okay, that'll explain what happened to the championship leader. Simple seeing drivers coming across the finish line. We don't really see anyone improving their lap times. I say that Giuseppe Farina, out of absolutely nowhere, has gone into 2nd place. So Giuseppe Farina must have had some clear track to give him one good run to get some bonus points. Well, 2 more points off. There goes Sam Hanks into the barrier, right at the end of the race. So what an dramatic ending we just witnessed there. So yeah, Robert Manson in pole position with Giuseppe Farina getting 2 bonus points. Sam Hanks getting a bonus point on his debut. As we look further down the field, we've got both American drivers in the 2nd row. Fisher 5th, Landy doing an amazing job for Brazil in 6th, Clays is 7th, Trinity on 8th, and both British drivers rounding off your top 10. Ascari a very disappointing 12th. Roger Lawton in his debut is 15th. So without further ado, let's get on to the grid to find out without a shadow of doubt who has made it to the race. And here we go for the Spanish Grand Prix. And we have Robert Manson on pole position with Giuseppe Farina on the front row. Sam Hanks his debut alongside his teammate Chuck Stevenson on row 2. Ray Fisher and Chico Landy in row 3, followed by Johnny Clays and Maurice Trinity on his debut in 8th. Both British drivers running off your top 10. Then it is Jose Fernando Gonzalez in 11th with championship leader Ascari 12th, Toto de Graffini 13th, Gino Bianco 14th, Roger Lawrence 15th with his debut, Fritz Rees 16th, then it's Crespo, Flintman, and the last driver to have qualified is Tony Allman. Both East German drivers and Dries van der Loof have failed to qualify for this race. So with 3 debutants doing pretty well after qualifying, how well will the 3 of them do in this race? And can Ascari maintain his lead over Giuseppe Farina? Let's get into this race and find out. Okay, so here we are for the race around Spain with Manson on the front row with Farina 2nd, Sam Hanks in 3rd, Ray Fisher 4th, and Chico Landy impressively in 6th place on the grid. So what's going to happen in this race? Well, let's find out. Let's just get into this race. So we'll focus on Chuck Stevenson, who's starting 4th because I can't use the overflow camera because this track doesn't handle it that well. And we're off! And it's a good start for Giuseppe Farina, already getting the lead over Robert Manson. Going down the first corner, this Ray Fisher trying to get past Stevenson. But just like that, Giuseppe Farina leads with Manson 2nd, Stevenson 3rd. So Farina saying that Manson's set the fastest time so far, 128.991. Will anyone beat that? And doesn't look like it. No, no one has been able to beat that time yet. Manson is closing in on Farina, but the gap is now about a second between them. But 3 seconds ahead of Sam Hanks, sitting in 3rd place ahead of his teammates still. Now Farina sets the fastest time 128.5. Will anyone else be able to beat that time? The personal best in Ray Fisher, and nope, no one else has set the fastest time of the race so far. Ray Fisher in 5th place, still trying to catch up to Chuck Stevenson, but it looks like Stevenson is running away into the mist, leaving Fisher struggling to catch up. And in fact, we've got an attempt to overtake there. Mike Hawthorne, as he sees here, we see Johnny Clays and Trinity on trying to battle for position. And it looks like Trintion's going to win out of this one. So Claes is stuck in 8th place right now. He's got gives him. Here comes Alberto Ascari though. Alberto Ascari going to try and get past Ken Wharton. So a mistake from Mike Hawthorne holding up Wharton, which is giving Ascari just when he needs to get out to the point position. Oh! I actually thought he was going to go into the side of Wharton, but thankfully he manages to avoid a collision. As Ken Wharton now tries to get past his teammate into 9th position. Now all of a sudden, we've got a bit of action picking up at the back end of the points. Alberto Ascari tries to get past Hawthorne there, but Knight wasn't able to do it. We're gonna have quite a little bit of action. It's Allman and Crespo swapping positions for. Oh, because Alberto Ascari made contact with Wharton, tries to dive in, and it looks like he manages to get past Mike Hawthorne. Questionable maneuver, but he is through regardless. And now we've got a battle for 6th going on. This is between Maurice Trintignant from France and Chico Landi from Brazil. But they're having a wee bit of a tussle for 6th place. It's Trintignant going to try and make the move. Going into the inside, he's going to try and make the pass. Easily gets past Chico Landi. Into 6th place goes Maurice Trintignant. Want to show that he is Formula 1 material on his debut. So will Gonzalez be able to do anything about it? Will he try and get past the Italian again? As Ken Wharton's going to try and go to the inside of Johnny Claes' contact, but thankfully they've all managed to stay on the track. Down in the back we've got a few overtakes, but that's Allman passing Giobianco. And Sam Hanks has got past Crespo, Chestin's probably to do the same. And we've missed this, but Giuseppe Farina has lost the lead to Robert Manson. What on earth happened there? So Farina really needs to get a move on. Really Fisher now sets the fastest lap. It's 128.533. Amazing stuff there from the Swissman down in 5th position. And look at that. Gonzalez and the Graffery there. Going to be contact. That was what a dive there. Thankfully both drivers are still in this race, but that would have definitely caused some damage between the pair of them. Pretty much all alone in 7th position. And look at... And what is this? Giuseppe Farina has only just been able to get past Tony Allman, but thanks to that, Sam Hanks, has managed to get past Farina. Oh, that was a big hit there from... Chuck Stevenson. Well, things are getting really heated. Now, Giuseppe Farina has dropped down to 3rd place. So Mansell leads for France. 2nd place is Hanks for America. Farina's down 3rd. Stevenson 4th. Fisher 5th. Trintignant 6th. Landi 7th. Claes 8th. Wharton 9th. Until de Graffery's got past the championship leader, Alberto Ascari, into 11th place. And now Giuseppe Farina has dropped another position. Has Giuseppe Farina got damage to his car that's slowing him down, or is he just generally struggling to get past Roger Laurent? And look at that, Alberto Ascari, the championship leader, has now gone into the wall. What has happened to Ascari at this point? Okay, so Alberto Ascari coming around the corner. Did he make contact? Okay, so he's trying to Alberto Crespo, it looks like. A bit of tussle there between Graffery and Hawthorne. Going into the outside. He hit the bar. He's gone wide and he hit the wall. So that is the championship leader out of this race. And look at it, back to Ray Fisher, who's still under pressure from Ray Fisher. And Ray Fisher managed to get ahead of the Italian into 4th place, which is not good news for Farina because he's now not going to have enough points to take the lead of the championship. Now he's going to try and lap Fritz Rees, and the drivers are and he wasn't able to do it, and he's just made contact. And ahead of him, there's Fisher and Trintignant trying to lap other drivers as well. What about Robert Manson coming down the main straight? He's now chasing down. And now, Rui Fisher's going to the wall now. What's happened to Rui Fisher now? Well, it is all happening this race. There we go. Camera, having the camera problems there. Okay, so here's Ray Fisher trying to get past Jan Flinterman. Oh, he cut the curb. Hit Flinterman. Yeah, he's going to the wall. Okay, so that's what happened to Fisher. He tried to make the pass, it didn't work, and it bounced him into the wall. But oh, so that's pretty much Fisher's chance of staying in the top 5 of the championship gone. And Switzerland's chance of decent points in the table also gone up in flames as well. And look at that! Look at that! Giuseppe Farina's now gone to into the barrier. He's still moving, but that must have been a lot of damage done there to his car. Get a replay of that. Okay, we'll get a replay of Farina. If we just try and see again what happened. So there's a Crespo there. Oh, he caught the curb, hit the front. Yeah, that is definitely going to be a lot. That's definitely a lot of damage sustained for Giuseppe Farina. And Giuseppe Farina has now blown his. Looks like he's blown his engine, and he's held up Roger Laurent now. Did Giuseppe Farina just stop the car after this crash? It sounds like his engine may have just given up on him after based on the amount of damage he sustained from that earlier crash. I mean, there he is. So he so he punches it, tries to drive along. Do we see does the engine just like go down here? I think it's way down the S. Yeah, hits the wall. Yeah, that is it. That is indeed his engine gone. So that is a double DNF from Italy. And now Robert Mansell's going through the fastest time, 1:20.3. So yeah, Robert Mansell is showing that he is still got even more pace to give as Ken Wharton tries to make the move on the Belgian for 6th, but doesn't manage to get past him this time. This is a very, very awkward situation. Mansell sees himself, and now we've got another drive into the wall. Now Mike Hawthorne's into the wall. What happened to the Brits? Okay, so there's Chuck Stevenson ahead of them, who's a lap ahead of him. Going to the S-bend. Oh, he catches, he goes behind, he heads behind him into the barrier. Okay, so Mike Hawthorne missed his braking. So that's gonna help Fritz Reese go into the top 10. So West Germany, who's in the bottom 3 teams right now, below them is Netherlands and West Germany. So Fritz Reese could actually score a point here. Looking ahead as Claes tries to get past Roger, and Claes has spun his teammate Laurent into. In fact, the Rob Manson is stuck in us. Okay, so Claes just spun his teammate Roger Laurent into Wharton, and look at that! Roger Laurent is now stopped. What on earth was that all about there from Johnny Claes? That was completely terrible from him. Well, I think Johnny Claes is going to be under investigation for that, because that was ridiculous. A ridiculous bit of driving there. So Mansell is pretty much just going to have to try and play the waiting game, and that's going to help Chuck Stevenson catch up to him. Chuck Stevenson is still struggling to lap just from Gonzalez, who's sitting in 9th position at the moment. And in fact, Gino Bianco's into the wall. And Gonzalez, oh no! Look at this. Gino Bianco's been put in a position to making everyone struggle to get past. Did Gino Bianco get pushed around by Claes, or was it Telegraphy that did that? Claes, oh no, not again, Claes. Claes has spun Gino Bianco, put him into Telegraphy reads. Oh, Claes, what are you doing? That was Claes is pretty much. Now Claes is pretty much taking out 2 drivers. He's taking out his teammate, now he's taking out Gino Bianco. This is a little bit ridiculous. And look at this, now Ken Wharton spun Claes around. Oh, this is now getting really dirty now. And Johnny Claes is into the wall now. Oh my word, this is really not good. So Johnny Claes got spun round by Wharton. He took out 2 drivers already, I think. I guess I'd say it's karma to Claes after he'd taken out 2 drivers. But Ken Wharton, you can't be doing this. Surely not. The Ken Wharton... to be fair, Ken Wharton could have waited, or could have been more patient, but either way, that's Johnny Claes out of the race. And amazing how Stevenson and Manson Stevenson and Hank still haven't been able to play lap down. Now Chuck Stevenson spun Reese around and into Trintion's path. Oh, this is not good at all. What on earth was that? Oh, press steering there. Okay, now we're on board with Fritz Reese. Go for the behind view. There's Chuck Stevenson. Yep, spins him round into Trintion's path. So that is Fritz Reese out of the race, and that's 2 less points for him and for his team. But his teammate Allman's going to end up going to 9th, and Flintman's going to go into the top 10 for the Netherlands. But what about Trio Landy's is really dropping off the pace of to the graph readers. Gonzalez and Warren's still battling for 7th place, and Gonzalez trying to get his way past Jan Flintman, who's sitting in 10th position. And what is this? Robert Mansell's in trouble now. What has happened to the race leader Robert Mansell? What's happened to him? It looks like he's got a blown engine. Well, if that's the case, then oh no, his engine has indeed gone. Well, that is so unfortunate for Robert Mansell, the man who was leading this race. And Chuck Stevenson's in trouble, and now Sam Hanks is stuck, and now he's blocked Trintion as well. If Ken Wharton was to pass Chuck Stevenson, put it back in the lead lap, but it wouldn't matter because he would be 7th anyway because of the penalties got. With just a couple of corners left, with just a few corners left to go, Chuck Stevenson is going to win the race, but the real winner is going to be Sam Hanks. As here we go, coming down to the final corner. Chuck Stevenson finishes first, but Sam Hanks is your race winner around Spain. So Sam Hanks on his debut is the official winner of the race. Maurice Trintion also on his debut is going to be in 3rd place, is going to be 2nd. Stevenson will have to settle for 3rd. Total de Graaf is going to get his best season finish. He's going to finish in 4th position, as we're on board with him right now. Ken Wharton is already through the line, classified 7th, he's going to stay in 7th despite the penalty. And here are the final results of that pretty hectic race we've had. Sam Hanks is the official winner, Trintion is 2nd, Chuck Stevenson with his penalty goes down to 3rd, Graffin reached 4th, Landy 5th, Joseph Farina Gonzalez 6th, Ken Wharton also been penalised, but the only driver 1 up down, so he still stays in 7th. Tony Allman 8th for West Germany, that is Allman's 3rd points finish of the season. Jan Flintman 9th, and Alberto Crespo, his joint best finish the season in 10th. And of course, the retirements we've had this race. Mansell, who led pretty much the entire race, is retired. Reese retired. Claes, Bianco, Laurent, Hawthorne, Farina, Fisher, and Ascari. So, without that exciting race out of the way, it's now time to check out the points tables for the F1 Championship and the Nations table, of course. With the first half of the season completed, Alberto Ascari does hold on to the lead by 12 points over second place, which is currently held by Giuseppe Farina. Ken Wharton, after his penalty was applied, is classified 7th and is third in the standings, just 2 points ahead of Chuck Stevenson, who finished 3rd in this race. The two debutants of Sam Hanks and Maurice Trintignant, with their amazing 1st and 2nd place finishes, puts them 13th and 14th in the standings. Looking over to the nations table, with Italy getting their first classified DNF in the nations table, they are, however, still 70 points ahead of second place, which is the United States, with the United Kingdom in 3rd place, France in 4th, Switzerland 5th, Brazil 6th, Argentina 7th, Belgium 8th, West Germany 9th, the Netherlands 10th, and the last team in the standings is East Germany. So, what are my final thoughts on this? Well, I'm absolutely surprised with how well Sam Hanks and Trintignant did. I mean, they qualified pretty well, and I was thinking they were going to score points, but first and second, an incredible result for two drivers on their debuts. I was expecting Manson to have run away with the race win, but his DNF showed me otherwise. There was quite a lot of battling between Chuck Stevenson and Sam Hanks, but of course Stevenson got his penalty applied, even though he was the professional race winner. So can't get away with doing dirty moves like he did, and so as Johnny Claes did. Very, very disappointing with Johnny Claes, especially when he took out his own teammate and then took out Gio Bianco. Guess he got too impatient and is going to get the best of him, because he will not be allowed to take part in the next race. But I hope you enjoyed this race, and I hope you look forward to the second half of the season, where hopefully we'll get more drama, and we'll still see if Italy will run away with the nations table, or will their luck begin to run out. Well, hope you enjoy this race as much as I will, and see you there.